What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology Zone. This is tutorial 35 and today's topic will be how to develop a RAG using IBM Docling and LlamaIndex. So basically this is LlamaIndex playlist, and in this series I generally talk about LlamaIndex and different other components from LlamaIndex module, and also I have created some of the very basic and intermediate projects using LlamaIndex. So in this tutorial, I'll be going to talk about how to use IBM Docling with LlamaIndex to create one RAG. Okay. So why I'm doing with IBM Docling? Because this is one of the latest module or open source library developed by IBM for document parsing. Okay. Mainly PDF and other formats. Okay. And not only it is helping to parse the document. It is also helping to do some other very complicated operation like table extraction, mathematical expression extraction, and other things, right? So right now there are a lot of buzz around this IBM Docling, and I thought of creating this integration driven tutorial with LlamaIndex. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me start the tutorial, the actual hands-on part. But before doing that, we need some prerequisites. So the prerequisites are mentioned in this slide. So you can try to install this thing if you don't have already, or else you can just directly refer to the code which I am going to provide from this link. Okay, now what we'll do, let me minimize this thing. So basically I'll be just going to create a rack using this PDF file which is available in the RxIV document archive. Okay, and while creating the rack from this PDF, I'll be going to use the doc link. Okay, so now let's start working on the code. Okay, so first thing first, I'll be going to set up the LLM. Okay, so I'll be going to use OpenAI LLM. So first thing, it will be from LlamaIndex dot LLMs dot OpenAI import. Okay, OpenAI. Now I'll be going to use OpenAI embedding. So let's try to import the same thing. LlamaIndex dot embeddings. Okay, dot OpenAI import. Same thing. Import OpenAI embeddings. Okay, OpenAI embedding. Now let's try to set up LLM first. LLM is OpenAI. Okay, and inside that model equals to GPT-4 omni model. Okay, let me write all done. Now what will happen, we'll be going to set up the embedding. So embed underscore model equals to OpenAI embedding, right? Okay, fine, done. Now what we'll do, we'll be going to set up the other module. Okay, so first thing, from, let me just hold on, from llama index. Okay, llama index dot readers. Okay, dot docling. Okay, then import. Okay, docling reader, right? Okay, done. Now next thing, I think this is done. Now I'll be going to convert that document into a markdown parser using a markdown parser because it's required. So let's say from uh, llama index, okay, dot core, okay, dot node parser, okay, import markdown node parser, right? Markdown node parser. And last but not least, we need to create a vector index. So let me write from llama index, okay, dot core import vector store index. Okay, right? Okay, so this is done. Now what we'll do, we'll be just going to write reader. Okay, reader equals to Docling reader, right? Done. Okay, then let me write node underscore parser equals to markdown node parser. Okay, fine, everything is completed. Now uh, let's create the document. Okay, so first thing, let me just create a document, like let's say docs. Okay, in capital small. Okay, docs. Docs equals to uh, Docling reader, and inside that what we will do, um, I'll be just going to so it should be reader dot load data, and inside that I'll be just going to pass the URL. Okay, so just hold on. So basically I'll be just going to use this. Okay, think like this. Okay, done. Okay, ready. So I am able to load the document, right? Now next thing is, let me execute and put in this docs and see whether it is working or not. Okay, docs, docs. Okay, docs. It is recommended to use Jupyter notebook, because if you see, every time I'll be going to do the remaining part of the code, I need to execute this again, but I just want to let it be like this. You guys can try this thing from notebook. Okay, the same source code. So let's create the index. Index will be vector store index dot uh, dot from documents, right? From documents. Now documents equals to docs, right? Docs, right? Then transformation will be node parser, right? This node parser I created, and the last but not least, we need to pass an embedding model. So embed model equals to the variable embed model, this one. So I think everything is completed. Let's execute this thing. If there is no error, this index is fine. Okay, okay, so let it execute. So I'm just going to execute it again and again, because I'm not using Jupyter notebook, but you can create a Jupyter notebook if you want. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to show it here, but just because in my system the kernels and other things are not set up, maybe it will not work, but I'll try to do it in front of you, don't worry. Okay, right. So let's see. Okay, no error. So what I'll do, I'll just write here. Mhm. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just going to create something called um, docling rag.ipynb. Okay, the notebook. Okay, now what will happen, so what I'll do, I'll be just going to copy this entire thing. Okay, because okay, so now let's execute and see. It is saying that I says it. Okay, so it is installing something. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I think kernel is installed and it is ready. Okay, fine, all are fine. So let's clear this thing here and see, it is started working here, if you see. Okay, so this is the Jupyter notebook version of the same code. Okay, so if you see, it is taking 14 seconds. Okay, this will take some time. Okay, so just wait, but it is working because it is able to read it. Okay, yeah, it took 27 seconds. So now what we'll do, I will be going to execute the next part. Okay, so now next part is actually we are going to create an query engine. So query engine. Okay, engine. Okay, so query engine equals to index dot f query engine, right? And their LLM equals to LLM. Okay, this LLM. Let's execute. Done. Now let's write response equals to query engine dot query, and there I'll be just going to write the thing what is discussed here, write in well structured points. Okay, then execute. Okay, it is now trying to find. Now if I do response, okay, and execute, let's see what is going to happen. Response. So basically response dot response. Okay? So the development of the cyber security chatbot and all these things are here, right? Okay, right. Okay, so if I just do dot strip like this, hopefully strip is not going to work, but it has some new line character, so probably you can ignore that as well. Okay, fine. So the development of the cyber security chatbot is this in point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, like that way it is coming, right? So let me minimize this thing and try to ask some specific question. Okay, line chain. Okay, so how what is the use of line chain here? Okay, so let's ask. Maybe let's ask a different question. What is discussed here? So maybe this is like this. Now maybe ask another question. Okay, so let's ask. Okay, what is the usage of LLM here? Okay, and it should be response dot response. Let's execute. So yeah, the uses of large language countries involve the development of cybersecurity chatbot called IntelBot. The LLM technology is used to generate the responses to the security-related query posed by users through a friendly interface. The chatbot architecture includes creating a security knowledge base, generating a query response further, and evaluating the chatbot response against the generated by human expert. The LLM aids the converting. Okay, fine. So let's ask another question. Okay, right. So what is how how LangChain is used here? Okay, I'm asking very basic question. I'm just showing you guys that this is the fundamental uses of IBM Docling whenever you are going to develop a RAG. LangChain is utilized to build cybersecurity by elaborating modular. Okay, fine. The answers are coming. Okay, so the main objective is to show you guys how you can use this IBM Docling with this parsing. Okay, so right now in this PDF I don't have any table or I don't have any images, so you won't be able to understand the impact of the Docling here, but in the future tutorial I'll try to include a complicated tutorial where the PDF consists of images, PDF consists of figures, PDF consists of table, and etc. Okay, so that is the end of this tutorial. I believe this is very important, and here actually I showed you guys like two things, like how to use it from standalone coding, and also I showed you how to use this thing from a Jupyter notebook point of view. So try to utilize this both main.py and this Docling rag IPYNB notebook. This will help you to learn a lot. Okay, so hopefully you will be going to conclude the video over here, but before I conclude I would like to say a couple of things. If you're watching this video for the first time, thank you very much for becoming our audience. But please try to subscribe to our channel, because I saw like you guys are watching the video till end, and I'm getting viewers from multiple different geographies. Mostly all geographies are covered, but you guys are not subscribing to my channel. Guys, try to please subscribe to my channel, because your active subscription and engagement is very much important for my for my personal growth, and as well as for the growth of this channel. Because the moment you start subscribing, the subscriber count will increase, and automatically YouTube algorithm is going to promote and push the video to the large number of audience as well, and it will help me to grow, and it will help me to reach the large number of audience. Okay, so guys, please help me to reach my uh, goal. I need your support to uh, reach my target, and I'm promising that I'll come back with nice and quality content always. Okay, and last but not least, if you think these videos are helping you to learn something, or maybe these videos are helping you to do something on your project, please let us know by some sort of comment, because these comments are also going to help other people find this video useful, and also it will be good for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, and last but not least, don't forget to share the videos with your family and friend. Try to share with everyone, whoever you think will get some benefit out of it, and try to also hit the bell notification icon, so that every video will be updated by every video. Whenever I upload a video, you will get the notification. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, have a nice day, and happy learning. Thank you very much.